I'm Dakota, and this is the Richard Wilmore Show. On today's show, poets Wanderer and Diamond Mason, artists Leyhbert Millan Sharp, and music from Infinite Reach.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door. It's the Richard Wilmore Show.
And now, here's Richard.
I'm going to end this because I'm a professional and I know what I'm doing. I'm going to put that over there. Hi, everyone. Thanks for the fives of people that showed up today. Yay, give yourselves a round of applause. Dakota, thanks for being the first opening announcer.
Oh, you're welcome.
Where are you from?
Here.
Here in San Antonio. What do you do here?
I work at HE.
Oh, really? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Which one do you work at? Is it the one by my house? Because I have questions.
No, it's actually the one in Bulverde, Spring Branch area, so it's like out there.
I don't shop at that one.
Yeah, I know. It's far.
But I would like you to send a message to the one by my house that I need more vegan options, please. I have a gift for you because you're my first opening announcer. I'm not going to be on camera, but here's a Richard Wilmore Show mug. I know. Oh my God, it's the best day ever. Those are available at richardwilmore.com.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. You should go sit back. Come here. Go sit. There's someone in the audience who's all by himself. Go sit where you were. It's okay now. Everything's fine. I feel bad that you're way back there. Go sit amongst your friends. All right. We have a really packed show and we're running late. So I'm going to introduce you to Infinite Reach. It's our house band for today. I'm going to go sit over there and grab a coffee. Let's start the show, shall we? A CD or anything?
Not yet. We just got done recording our single. This is literally our first show.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it only gets better from here, I promise. I swear you have a show tonight though, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. That's patio.
Okay, so look them up and then go see them. So I have lots to talk about and not a lot of time. I don't know how much time I have, but we're just going to go with it. First of all, I have a gift for almost everyone. I'm going to try this and see what happens. So I bought a slingshot. Are you afraid or what? But I also bought these. So we're going to see what happens here. Why are you so afraid of me? We're new here. I'll be gentle. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, well, I feel like I'm going to break the fortune for you. Okay, wait, I'm just going to throw it at you. Alright, I'm just going to try. It's broken already, so we'll see what happens. It's fun. Maybe I'll start putting mugs in here. Look, some people are like... We're naming the show, the name of this show is the Trial and Error Show. Because we don't know what we're doing. I've been doing this show since 2016 in a basement. Somehow I talked people into coming in my basement, talking to me and letting me film them. They showed up. I don't know, Maryland's a weird state apparently. So I did that for like a year, and then we moved here in September, and I started, you guys don't have basements here, so that's not helpful. So I started doing it in a bedroom, and people also came to my house and hung out in my bedroom, and that was weird. And so now we're here. So I want to thank Tina and Dan and the Bexar Stage. I think it's awesome that we get to do this. Let's wanted to do since I was 10 years old, and I won't cry because that's weird, but I'll probably cry after this. Last night, I went to the Blind Tiger. Has anybody been there? Nobody's been there? And Al's laughing because it's a comedy club in the bottom of a restaurant that I think is for kids. Is that right?
The Magic Time Machine.
The Magic Time Machine is the weirdest place I've ever been to. It's like one of those like kid-themed restaurants where they have like people in costumes, but it's not like great budget costumes. It was super creepy. But I saw George Anthony there. He was recording his live comedy album. So go look him up. And maybe not the Time Machine, but go look George Anthony up because he was pretty funny. I also need to thank Al. Al, do you want to come sit over here? Come stepping. Everyone clap for Al. Al could get paying gigs because Al was just named the funniest in South Texas. Ooh. And you've been here for 2 years?
A little over 2 years, 2.5 years to be precise.
But who's counting?
Nah.
So he's working his ass off, probably more than I am, so I want to thank you very much for hanging out.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me on the Richard Wilmore Show.
Hopefully he'll be here next week. I don't know. Maybe I won't be here next week. I'm not sure what will happen after this. So I gave a mug to Dakota, and everybody wants a mug, I know that, but I can't afford it. So, but you might be able to afford one. So on my website, richardwilmore.com, you can get Richard Wilmore mugs. Oh, look at that, how pretty. And we have t-shirts. Look at that. Ooh. Huh? All proceeds go to my bank account.
Can they win one of those, Richard?
Yeah, do you want to throw one out?
Sure.
Let's throw it ahead.
All right, and then I'm going to get out of the shot.
Do you
Ready?
need a slingshot? Okay, so this is what we've established. This is being pushed up because we can only go to the second row because we are not baseball players. I don't know what time it is, and I don't know because Al's supposed to be there, but he's back there telling me how much time. So we're going to go to a break, and then we're going to come back. We have a really, really fun show. We have Poets Diamond Mason here, Wanderers here, we have an awesome artist. They're all sitting in the audience, and then they're going to come up here. We're going to have less people in the audience. It'll be really fun. Okay, and Infinite Reach. So we're going to be right back right after this. April is National Poetry Month, so we teamed up with a great nonprofit that I had just recently started working with, or a fun group. It's called Growing Empowered Together, Kenya, that's what it's called, to bring you some amazing poets. We're going to start with our first one. Oh, they're not talking to me. We're professionals here, it's fine, it's fine. I would like to introduce you to Wanderer.
Adoration, collaboration. I want my adoration for you to turn into a collaboration with you. Let's make music. You don't like to sing, but you do. I hear you in the car when the radio is on. You sing every tune like it's your favorite one. You don't like to sing in public. But I'm cool making music behind closed doors because we all know the best records are made in soundproof booths, and I'm talking all this, but I'll never have the courage to come up to you I'll never be brave enough to tell you the truth, so I just write it down. Or like a freestyle rapper preparing for the next round, I say it in my head and I bob to the beat. Close my eyes, wishing it was that of your heart. Like a prodigy of art, I envision a masterpiece set apart from all that came before it. Like a museum of historic artifacts, my mind displays each and every one of your beautiful traits. And I fall deeper into a place I have no business being, but no desire to leave. You make my heart heave out all the mushy gushy mess I hate. But the worst part is I keep it to myself. Yeah, we all know that silence is lethal, but I don't want my expression of this emotion to be the needle that injects our friendship with poison. I'd rather remain where I am right now forever, and you never know how I feel than to lose what I've got going for me. You haven't a clue the things you do that flip my world upside down and turn my mind inside out. It's the little things. I mean, look at you. I look at you, I stare. But I wouldn't dare say a word. I just look to my left or my right or wherever you may be, hoping just maybe our eyes may meet. Deep brown eyes brown, cause size. I'll never get to try you on for size. It's just not the right purchase and I know it. The price tag is too high and the sale's not quite good enough, but you are the perfect article of clothing. Shoot, you the whole outfit, and I would throw a fit if I found out someone else copped it. Being around you makes me lose my confidence. I get shy and can't find my confidence, so I don't speak. I listen. You are my ideal melody. You are smooth and so sweet. Gentle yet so rhythmic, I'm vibing like I'm listening to reggae and I'm higher than a kite, but I don't need no pipe. I get high from every word you utter to me. My hallucinations are fantasies of what could be. When I get the munchies, I feed off of your spirit. Your soul alive, the sickest beat, but your words are not to be ignored because your lyrics are deep. Touch my soul. So melodic you are. And all you're missing is a harmonic, and baby, that's me. Since your song is good enough that no one would ever risk tampering. You may never know that the perfect harmony to complement your flawless melody is me. Adoration, collaboration. I want my adoration for you to turn into a collaboration with you. When we ever make music.
Nobody wants to stop clapping for you. We're going to stand over here. Diamond Mason's going to come out and now perform for you. There we go.
As poets, we pride ourselves on a level of audacious sincerity. We are transcribers of the human condition, taking it upon ourselves to sing these songs from the mountaintops you call stages up here. We are ironclad, untouchable, and we have the power to say so much without really saying anything. Quote, "He who shouts the loudest has the most to howl." See, it's easy to disguise cowardice as honesty when no one can interrupt you. During a poetry slam in the maximum 3 minutes and 10 seconds I typically have on stage, I could take the fibers of my life and spin you a story that would inspire even Rumpelstiltskin. But do you ever wonder how much truth gets lost in all this alliteration? I've been called brave for this, but this isn't bravery. This is dress up. A cry for help, y'all. This is me trying to convince myself that I can still be beautiful. You know it as well as everybody else. A pen doesn't actually cry. I do. My notebooks don't speak my truths. They shot them there, but we learned a long time ago that the only difference between fact and fiction is how many people believe it. So we cower behind the so-called courageousness of this stage, hoping that one day we will find enough truth in our words to merit the validation we so desperately crave. And somewhere along the way, I seem to have forgotten that the point was never the points. The point is the poetry. And flowery words are just another thing to watch die. It is time I do the bite marks in my tongue some justice. So, here you go. No, it wasn't 2-ton oil rig words being slammed into my chest. I don't know what it feels like to be hit with a truck, but I do know how I love you feels like when met with, I'm sorry, empty, hollow, dejected, and no, there is nothing beautiful about being abandoned. There's just nothing. No altar to be jilted at, no platform to be left standing on. There is me. and the inability to convince myself that I'm not the problem. This time there are no torn rainbows or wingless butterflies. I was not a stained glass window. He was not a sonic boom. I didn't shatter in Technicolor and refract the lights from the ends of every tunnel I never got a chance to reach. Yo, when I break, there is nothing beautiful about it. I am not some crimson-stained fox in the aftermath of a wolf pack trying to lick the self-worth back into my wounds, y'all. When I hit rock bottom, I wait until I know no one's around. I blast music loud enough to drown out the world, and I dance and sing and cry and scream until I feel everything, until I feel nothing, until I feel both all at once, and when it becomes too much, I sleep it off now. There is nothing poetic about an empty bottle of Vicodin, but be damned if I don't try to make that sound charming on stage. Look, I shouldn't have to sugarcoat this just so I can feel better about being broken. I don't want to have to feel better about being broken. I just want to feel better, y'all. I don't do this for you. I write because there are days I feel like this stage is the only time you think I'm worth listening to, because I trust a mic more than my best friend's ears, because I like the sound of my voice a hell of a lot more than the silence of anybody else trying to figure out what I want to hear instead of us just saying what we mean in the first place, because hugs from strangers somehow feel more genuine. All these claps and snaps and hoots and hollers are the only things keeping me together, y'all. I write because I'm falling apart. Because for the other 525,596 minutes and 50 seconds, I feel damn near invisible, but up here, you see me, so I write. Thank you.
This one right here is the 2018 Puro Slam Grand Slam champion. What all those words mean, but can you explain what they mean to me?
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Poetry Slam is a competitive slam format. All original works, everything has to be under 3 minutes and with a 10-second grace period for like applauses and cheers and all of that. Throughout the season, the nationally ranked team in San Antonio, which is Puro Slam, the National Slam, holds a slam every Tuesday, and if you slam, you get a point. If you get first place, you get 5 points, second place 4, and so on and so forth. Over the course of the year, everybody gains points. At the end of the year, we have our finals to determine the team of poets that will go represent us at nationals, and that is the top 10 scoring poets. And at the end of that night, the person who wins the slam is crowned Grand Slam champion for the year.
So you're telling me same thing.
Yeah, instead of a trophy, we have a giant boar's head that wears sunglasses, and it's got a plaque next to it that has the list of all of the Grand Slam champions that have had to babysit it for a year.
Wish you would have gone there.
I know.
It's hiding in my storage because my dogs don't like it.
Well, I saw a live boar when I first moved here. When I was walking my dog, I came around a corner and it was standing there, and I peed, and I think the thing peed too, and then I ran away, and then I just stood there, and my dog was like, "What just happened?" You are an author.
Ish.
You want to talk about Ish? This is a real book.
Yeah.
That means you're an author. You want to talk about
I
it?
would love to talk about it. This is a collection of poetry. It's Ebony Blankets, a collection of poems by the artist called Wanderer. I am Wanderer, so it's by me. And it's all about uplifting and loving and unifying. And it's one of my ways to try to help make the world a better place. You got to do it one step at a time, and this is a great start for me.
Where do they get it?
You can get it online. You can get it from me today if you're in the audience, if you're lucky, you know. But it's on my website, wandererspeaks.com. And if you want to go straight to it, it's /book, so it's pretty easy to find.
We'll put it on our website too.
Excellent.
Where did your love of words come from?
Mine, I think it's kind of been ingrained in me since I was born. My grandma was a writer, my uncle's a writer, my cousin's a writer. It's just part of what our family has a habit of doing to get out emotions and feelings. And I've been writing since I could pick up a pen, and a friend of mine started a poetry club at my high school in 2010, and that's where I discovered slam, and it was a love affair ever since.
My mom used to read to me all the time, and it was really important to me, and that's just the best times in my life. Sometimes when I was a kid, I was getting to read with my mom, so I started liking words then and stories. But then poetry came to my life a lot later, actually. I started off writing music, and then I moved into poetry, and it's just been a big part of my life, so my best memories come from words.
What do you have coming up? This will go out next week. So tell them where you're going to be in the next couple of weeks. Are you going to be anywhere?
Yeah, in the next couple of weeks, I actually have a tour starting with my partner in crime and everything else, who couldn't be here today, but he's rain or shine. Shout out to him. Starting in the Austin area, we'll be at Austin Poetry Slam on May 1st, and then over the summer, we'll be at Hondro's for Block Poetry Spot. We'll be featuring at Poodle Slam, which is every Tuesday night at the Mix. So we'll be putting out dates for that. But until then, every Tuesday night at the Mix at 10 o'clock, and for the most part, Monday nights at Block Poetry Spot at Hondro's.
I'm actually working on a lot of projects right now, working on some film and things like that. But I do get out and I go to different competitions. I'll be at Second Verse next month and things like that. Keep up with me on social media and you'll be able to find out where I'm going.
That was going to be my last question, is how do they find you?
Ooh. You can find me on Facebook, Wanderer Poetry. I'm on Instagram, Wanderer_Poetry. I'm on Twitter. Find me on social media. I'm everywhere.
MySpace, you're everywhere.
MySpace, yeah.
I still love MySpace.
Do
Facebook,
you
yeah,
use
I
it?
log into it every once in a while just to like reminisce. But yeah, Facebook, diamondmason.poetry, and Instagram at ohmsmason, OHMSMASO.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Water slide, rope swing, diving board, trampoline.
This is awesome!
This is amazing.
Money well spent, that's what I say.
This is the best day ever.
because I want you to say hello to my friend Leyhbert Millan Sharp. You are a busy guy.
Very busy.
You're very busy. You do a lot. You are an audio-visual producer.
I am.
You're an actor.
Yes.
You're an artist. I did not paint these. I know you were thinking I did, but I didn't.
I'm actually the artist for Fiesta Flambo and the Tricentennial. So I designed the poster.
You designed the poster. Is it in here?
Yeah.
You want to show us?
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Just right here.
Well, it's on front. All right.
So
one's
they're
not
using
prepared
pretty
for
much this is the poster for Fiesta Flambo for the 300 years of the celebration of San Antonio. And then on page 13, you're gonna find more about me, about my accent and everything.
So you're
very proud of this, very proud of San Antonio. So
and you've been doing some acting here, correct? You have a couple.
Yeah.
You have a movie coming out this year.
yeah, actually a second one, yeah.
Yeah, your second movie, because you had one last year too, right?
Last year and then this year, yeah.
Last year was Who Am I, and this year is Why Me.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about? I don't think they're related.
They're
don't
kind of
think.
funny, the names, but I've been working for this Christian production company actually in San Antonio, and we did last year Who Am I, and it was pretty interesting. And then this year I had the opportunity to actually go again and then be part of the crew for this other movie. It's totally different, even when the names seems like they're related, they're not. It's totally different. This is comedy, this is something different. The first movie was more about crime and stuff like that.
How long have you been an actor?
Well, I've been acting since I was around 14, 15 years old. I was doing a lot of stuff in Colombia, actually in South America. I'm Colombian American, so I came to the US as an international student around 9 years ago. And last year, actually, I became a US citizen.
Oh, wow. Correct.
Well, thank you.
I think. I don't know. When did you start? When did you start becoming a drama coach? Because you've been.
I was doing that in Colombia actually, and then now I'm doing it here. I'm actually a drama coach for an agency here in San Antonio, where basically I train people for TV commercials. So we pretty much teach, or I pretty much teach audition and acting, get them ready to go on TV commercials between Austin and San Antonio, just local TV commercials for local companies.
And we're here to plug you. So how do they contact you if they want you?
They can contact a band agency.
Okay.
That's the agent, and there is different workshops that I actually teach, more about creating voices, noises, characterization, stuff like that. Speaking like this. Speaking like this. And how to be weird, be a character of voice over, stuff like that for different stuff. So
Oh, cool.
it gets kind of interesting and kind of crazy at the same time.
Yeah, I got it. Can you talk to me about working? You've worked with presidents. You've worked.
I have, yeah.
And now you're here. I mean, man, lucky you.
Well, as a producer, actually, I had the opportunity to work in New York last year for the United Nations Week, basically directing the interpretation for presidents who come to the US and they don't speak English. So I've been directing different shows, conventions, meetings for diplomats and presidents. So basically directing the interview, but based on the interpretation. So that took me to New York and meet different presidents and work with them. It was really interesting. It's a great experience actually.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. When did you start painting?
This is part of my life.
Really?
Since I was a kid. I've been doing this for a while. I had an award from Colombia actually when I was in school there. I have two degrees.
Took me 7 years to get the other degree. That's fine, you can have two.
Well, especially when you go to school in Colombia, it's 5 years to get just a bachelor's. Here is 4. I wish I was here.
Depends.
So it depends.
Sometimes it takes a lot longer to get a bachelor's degree, believe me.
So I went to school for film, television production, and also industrial relations. So, and then talking about my art, this is kind of what I find as a passion when I don't have much to do in my little
Yeah, you
bit of
sound like
extra
you
time.
need a lot of, you have a lot of open time in your room.
Kinda. So the first one is about the shooting in Orlando in 2016. I was visiting Orlando for the first time, visiting the theme parks and everything, Disney. And when the shooting happened, it was the night before I was coming back to Texas. And it really got me a lot. It was something really, really difficult to see. So I decided to create Orlando 49, and this big painting actually had the names of these people who passed away, who died that night. And then the birds on the top, each of them represents one of them who crossed over. So,
Are these hanging like where can people view these?
right now, I'm working with the San Antonio Artist Collective. You can find it at the Stone Oak, the village at the Stone Oak, behind IHA, to be more clear. So, the location. And then I'm online as well. You can find my website is millanart.com. Millan is going to be double L, or Millan, let's say here. Or people are going to call it Millan. So either one. This one represents a lot women's beauty. You know, it's a way to respect women, and they're beautiful no matter what. So, and also it's a little bit kind of recall from Colombia, like the gold and all these kind of cultural things from Colombia in the 60s. So that's the reason.
Do you have art for sale, or do you just kind of do this? Okay. How do people buy your stuff?
Okay, so you guys can find me actually on millanart.com, which is my website, and also at Millan Artist Instagram. That's my Instagram account. Or you can just contact me here.
And just hang out after, and you can just buy this stuff. You want to talk about why you sign your paintings the way you do?
Oh, yeah. Well, my name is, and it's really weird because I'm Hispanic. I'm totally mixed, I have some European background as well. So, Millan is my mom's last name. She passed away when I was 12. So, since then I decided to actually sign them under her last name. That's the reason why. So, I believe that every single painting has a little bit of my mom there.
Oh, nice.
So that's the reason. I'm very proud to say I'm gonna sign it on her name.
That's so cool.
Her last name. So.
That's amazing. Go check out his website, would you? And follow him on Instagram. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. I'm not busy. We'll be right back right after this. We're gonna play a game. Alright, we're going to attempt to play a game now, because I like playing games and I like giving stuff away. So, these people will not be here every week, and our guests won't be here every week, but I will be here every week, so I feel like we're going to play a little game of getting to know me, okay? So I have two contestants randomly that I don't even know who they are. Do you want to stand up? Contestant number one, what's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Aaron Ramos. I am from San Antonio.
What do you do here?
I am a teacher, actor, and artist.
Of course you are. Contestant number two, what's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Chad. I'm originally from a small town near Austin, but I've been in San Antonio for a while now.
And what are you doing here? In San Antonio, not here.
In San Antonio, I'm also a teacher. I teach high school band.
Oh, fun.
I know, I really
Who knew? All right, are you ready to guess some crap about me?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, good. It's the first one to get, we'll say, since we're running out of time, 3 correct, okay? We're going to start with contestant number 1. True or false? This should be an easy one because I already talked about this during the show. I studied journalism in college. Pay attention.
False.
Correct! I studied acting, theater, and it took me 5 years because I was drunk the entire time. All right. Oh, okay. How much did I pay for my first car? Was it $400, $800 or $1,600?
$400.
That is correct! It was a beauty of a 1984 Ford Tempo. It was, I know, right? Everyone's jealous. And it wouldn't go under 25 miles an hour. I called it my race car because if I went under 25, it shook. So I had to go over 25 miles an hour. And that is the speed limit in the town I grew up in, so I was always speeding. All right. What is my favorite drink? Is it Red Bull, coffee, or water?
Coffee.
That is correct. And if there is a coffee shop in San Antonio that would like to sponsor this show, I would not be mad. All right. What was I voted in high school? Was I voted funniest, most likely to be famous, or prom king?
Most likely to be famous.
Wrong! Now, do you want to steal this? And if you get it right, then you win. Or do you want to go to the next question?
Next question.
Okay, well the answer is prom king.
Okay.
Thank you. I was also the first one I was able to keep the crown. And apparently everyone else had to give the crown back. And I said, oh, no, I will be keeping that. And my principal was like, no, we need that next year. And I was like, no, you don't. So I took it. And I still have it, actually. All right. Who has Rich seen in concert the most? Weird Al, Maroon 5, or Madonna?
Maroon 5.
Wrong! Darn, Neely. You get excited. Do you want to steal or do you want a new question?
I'll steal that one.
Okay.
Madonna.
That is correct! Four of her tours, and if she would like to come on my show, I'm not busy. How many was that for you? Was that 3?
That's 2.
Okay, great. I'm keeping track. True or false? I once called Rosie O'Donnell's house.
True.
That is true! It was back like in the 90s when you could just go online and go to like yellowpages.com or whatever and type anybody in, and I found it. And I was like 12 or whatever, so I called, and then someone answered, and then I froze because I was 12, and I was like, holy crap, what if it's her? So I handed the phone to my mom, and my mom was like, is Rosie there? And I think it was her girlfriend at the time who answered, and she was not there. And then the next day on her show, she said that she was out and the Spice Girls were in town and she was stuck in traffic, so she said, if you try, I remember her saying, so if you try to get a hold of me last night, that's where I was. She was talking to me. So also, Rosie, if you're not busy, there's a chair for you. Was that 3 for you? I think that's 3, and I think we're running out of time. You win Wanderer's book.
All right.
You're not a loser, but you didn't win. You get a fortune cookie. Nice to meet you. We'll be right back. Welcome to Two Owners Walk Into a Meeting. The purpose of this networking group is to have a safe place for small business owners and entrepreneurs to meet and know they are not alone. We can share ideas, struggles, and collaborate to improve our businesses. Two Owners was created to be an affordable, lively, interactive, and educational environment that is beneficial for both you and your business. For more information, contact Two Owners Walk Into a Meeting at gmail.com. Thanks, guys. Thanks to our house band. We're going to now play a full song just for you, okay? Here they are.
Instagram.
Yeah, and Facebook too.
Yeah. Infinite Reach 00, did you change it?
Infinite Reach Band. Yeah.
Infinite Reach Band.
For the
At Infinite Reach Band. Check us out.
All right, we'll put it on our website as well. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. I love you. Goodbye.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door. It's the Richard Wilmore Show.